We're going to begin our class today in the center of the room, and I'm going to be using my heavier weights today. So I'm gonna start with my 5-pound weights. Use any amount of weights you like, or no weights. And then we're gonna bring our feet just slightly wider than hip distance apart. We're gonna soften the knees, and then from here, we're gonna start with a little chest opener. So I want you to elongate the spine, brace the core, and then let's take your right arm. We're gonna do a forward raise, take the weight to about chest height, and then we open side, circle down. Other side. Good. So as we're doing these, friends, especially as we raise right here, I want you to avoid shrugging your shoulders up. So we want to think keeping our shoulders pulling down away from the ears. And kind of check in here. See if you're feeling that core connection. We want to really brace our core here and avoid any wobbling, wiggling, or shifting in the body. That's how we add that core component and make every exercise full body. And also just protect ourselves from injury. Good. Let's do a couple more. Let's do 4 more. Good, so really nice way to open up the chest. Get a little bit more tuned in with our bodies. Good, last one here. And then from here, we're gonna take your left hand. We're gonna reach the weight up and over the shoulder and lower. So really important here, especially on the lowering of the weight right here. We're not letting gravity take the weight. We're slowing it down so that we're able to find resistance in both directions. So making our muscles work a little harder, we're also protecting our joints. Good, let's do 4 more on this side. 3, 2, last one. And then we're gonna do the other side. So we're gonna just take that hand up towards the shoulder or over the shoulder. Your range of motion is up to you. I want you to really make sure you're not swinging or flinging that weight, relying on momentum. If that's the case, maybe try a lighter weight or lessen your range of motion. Feeling lots of core work here. Let's do 4 more. 3, 2, last one here, friends. Let's take your left hand. We're gonna lift the weight up over the shoulder, but we're gonna take it around the head for a halo, and then we're gonna go other side. So we're just adding on a little bit to that up and over crossbody movement. And you'll find the bigger the movement here as we take the weight around the head, your body wants to shift. Try to keep everything really, really still. Let's do 4 more. 3, 2, and here's our last one. And then from here, we're gonna take our weights up to our shoulders, lower down, and then we're gonna take the arms wide. So your hands are gonna be pointed right in front of you, your palms. So palms point forward. Curl and wide curl. Check in here. Let's make sure our ribs are not splaying out. We're keeping everything kind of pulled in here with the core. Four more here. 3, 2, you got this, last one. And then from here, we're going to really add the core component. So let's take your left hand. We're gonna go up to the shoulder, and then I want you to extend the arm. We're gonna do a little lean away and lower. So we go up, push it out with a lean, and lower. So you're gonna really feel that core working on the lean. If you need to, you can take a little bit of a wider stance here if you're feeling wobbly, or you can do this without the lean. I'll show you what that looks like. You're just gonna take the arm out to the side if you're not feeling that lean. And we wanna really think about elongating the spine. Good, let's do 4 more. 3, 2, I did these in my class in studio last night. I can definitely feel it today. Last one. Good, bring the weights down, and then we're gonna take our weights up to heart, and then let's step your left foot back, okay? So you're gonna step it straight back behind your glute, big step back, heel is lifted, and then I want you to just bend the knees. We're gonna come into a split lunge and rise. Your back knee is gonna be right underneath your hip. So try to make sure it's not farther back, it's not too close in. We wanna have this nice 90-degree bend in both knees. And range of motion is up to you, how far you're coming down. Doesn't have to be as big as mine. We're here for 4, 3, 2, 1 more, and then we're gonna take it back down. So from here, you are welcome to hold your bar as well. If you need more support, we're gonna do some little dips. Little dips. So bar is always there if you need it for balance work. You can always just stand right by it and set one weight down. Good, little dips. Try to keep the chest up. Dip for 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna hold it down. And then from here, I want you to look over your right shoulder. You're gonna do a little twist, center, rise, take it down. The twist here, it's really small. I want you to think about keeping your hip bones pointed straight ahead and twisting from above the belly button. So it's tiny, tiny. It's just a little look over the shoulders. Good, let's do 4 more. 3, 2, last one. We're gonna take it back down to our lunge, and then I want you to extend your back leg and bend. So we're doing a little hinge here. You're probably feeling this hinge in this forward glute, so in your right glute, hinge. Try to keep the neck in line with spine. So when we hinge, our gaze goes down to the floor, out in front of our foot. Let's hinge for 4, 3, 2, last one. And then we're gonna take it back to that hinge. I want you to find your footing on that forward leg, and then we're gonna just gently pick up our back foot and tap the toes. Good, so my gaze is down at the floor. It's probably 4 or 5 feet in front of my forward toes. I'm really trying to keep my shoulders relaxed and down, and then I'm also trying to keep my hips square. Don't let this one open up, okay? So just a little lift and tap for 4, 3, 2, 1, and then let's float the leg back up. So find your balance here. We're gonna draw the knee in. We're gonna go knee to knee, extend it back. Good, make sure you have a bend in your standing knee. Let's do 4, 3, 2, last one. We're gonna take the leg out straight and then just a little micro lift, tiny lift. Good, keep your hips square, keep your shoulders square, shoulders down, and breathe. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Set your foot down. Good work, friends. We're gonna take this right foot, step it straight back, heel is lifted, and if you feel wobbly, you can always take it out a little bit to the side, have a wider stance, that's okay. And then we bend and rise. My body weight is evenly distributed between my forward foot and the ball of my back foot, and I'm trying to keep my chest up. 4, 3, 2, 1. We're gonna take it back down and then just those little dips. Little dips. So here's a good time to check in. Make sure that knee is straight down from the hip. Whoop, don't fall over on your check-in. So after you're done checking, bring your gaze back up, find a spot on the wall. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. From here, we're gonna do a big inhale. As you exhale, we're gonna do a little twist over to the left, center, rise, lower down. It is totally normal for one side to be a little bit wobblier than the other one. This is my wobbly side. This side is really challenging me. I always think of it as you have your good side and you have your really good side. No bad sides, just different, right? Let's do 3 more. 2, nice long spine. Last one. And then from here, we're gonna extend our back leg. You're going to hinge and bend. Remember to keep the neck in line with spine. Good. Hinge for 4, 3, 2, 1. And then we're gonna take it back up to our hinge. I want you to find your footing on your forward leg. Make sure you have a bend in the knee. And then we're gonna just lift our leg, tap the toes. And I want you to focus here on the length of the leg, getting a super straight leg versus how high you can lift. I'm not lifting very high at all. I'm trying to keep my spine still, and I'm trying to stretch the leg as straight as I can. Lift for 4, 3, 2, 1. We're gonna float the toes back up, and then we're gonna go knee to knee, sweep it back. Knee sweep, and back. How are we feeling? Let's do 4 more. 3, 2, last one, and then we're gonna hold it back, just a little tiny lift with that leg. So try to keep your hips square. Don't let this left or right hip creep up on you. Little lift for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on up. Awesome work, friends. Let's step our feet out a little bit wider, and then we're gonna just slowly roll down to the floor. You can set your weights down, and then just shift your hips from side to side. Let your pelvis kind of wiggle here, loosen up the low back, and then bring it to center. Let your head hang, bend the knees, and just roll up slowly. All right, friends, excellent work.